Hi, I'm Leanne Ely. I'm a nutritionist, a New York Times best-selling author, and some people even say I'm a life coach. I started the Daily Dish Show to share my story, my truth, and my journey to vibrancy, and to inspire others to do the same. Because it's all about grit, perseverance, and finding a way despite the odds. It's about embracing the whole woman, not just the parts that are easy to love, and feeding her heart, mind, body, and soul. But I found that this isn't just my story, it's your story too. It's go time. This is the Daily Dish. Hello. How are you doing all today? It is Monday, Motivational Monday, and always a good day. So welcome. This show is recorded, by the way. It's on Monday. So let's get down to it. First things first, our supplement of the week is absolutely 100% crucial for a healthy thyroid. I'm talking about selenium. It's a trace mineral and one that you need. You can look up anything that you want on thyroid health. This is something that I'll never be without. We have a buy 3, get 1 free. So it's a supersonic deal. You know, we love to do this. It's at savingdinner.com/show. Secondarily, and especially this is good because we're going to be talking about the attainment of new belief today. It's a big topic because it's crucial, right, for all of us. And I have 3 phases that I'm going to move you through. And these are all my notes, by the way, from 3,000 years ago. And I'm excited to share with you. This is another journal entry. Meanwhile, Jen Sincero has an incredible quote. This one I want you to write down, put in your journal, and go back and revisit it. Worrying is praying for stuff you don't want. Bam! Did that hit you in the head like a cosmic 2x4? Did me. That's why it's here. Y'all, it's the truth, isn't it? It is the truth. But we all know that in order for us to move the needles in our life, sometimes we need to dump old beliefs and move into attainment of new beliefs. So how do we do that? Well, I'm going to talk about this today. This is material that I made notes from a talk that I listened to from David Bayer years ago. But this is my interpretation of what he said. Although I would say phase 1, phase 2, elimination, transformation, and repetition are all from him. But this is some good stuff right here, and it impacted my life, and I want it to hopefully impact your life. So let's talk about what phase 1 elimination looks like. The first thing is elimination. What do we need to do to get to the place of elimination? We need to clarify what it is that we want. And then take a peek, see, are we doing things that are not part of that clarification process? Are there things in there? Are we doing things that we don't want in our lives? It's a good one, right? But this is where we have to start. Then we also know we have to look at the second part of that, which is the resistance that we have to it. In other words, limiting beliefs. Oh, I can't do that. It's too hard. It's too whatever. When we have limiting beliefs that are surrounding our goals, those are like having a big old obstacle all around that goal, a moat with alligators. It keeps us back from what it is. So what we want to do is just take a look at that and say, do I have a limiting belief around this goal? Address it, the elephant in the room, so to speak. We have to do that. And then the third thing is that we have to learn what our private, personal philosophy is, and then construct tools to go around that philosophy. We use our tools. We use meditation. We use our journals. I've shown you my journal 3,000 times. I don't even know where it is right now. I think it's upstairs because I used it this morning. We use our journals. We use our Take Back Your Life journals. We use everything, every tool at our disposal. Because when we do, we are building upon the belief that we are trying to attain. Got it? This is critical. This is important because otherwise we're going to go back to doing the same old thing, and that doesn't work. Phase 2 of this attainment of different beliefs is the actual transformation itself. And this is because we have deigned to design a psychological blueprint that's congruent with the outcome that we're trying to attain. We have to do that. It's just like a builder with the architectural plans that the architect has put together for building a certain house. They don't just go out and willy-nilly shoot from the hip and say, well, I don't know, I think a 2x4 should go here. They know exactly what it is that they're doing. And we need to do this if we want to be congruent with the life that we're trying to create. We need to make sure that that blueprint is on point. We all need that plan. We all need that plan. Life that we want, an intentional life, comes from doing intentional things. That's what blueprints are about. That's what plans are all about. And number 2 is the implementation of specific processes and practices to strengthen new and habitual patterns so that we get to the place of thinking in the right way to get to the actions of the things that we need to do in order to get aligned with our goals. I mean, it's obvious, right? But at the same time, it's also essential because we don't notice what it is that we're thinking, and here we go doing the same old thing going, why am I not getting this? Well, we got to get back to that stuff. And then the other thing is too, we got to be looking at the fact that we are building neural pathways. We're dealing with our brains here, and our brains are they're habitual little creatures. They like doing the same thing over and over again. Our amygdalas scream loudly, and they also shrink conveniently when they're given a new direction and we follow through on that, even with the fear and the risk factor and all of that. This is what we can do. These are some really cool ways to develop our brains. We shrink our hippocampus by complaining, and we don't want that because that's one of the complex parts of our brains. It's the big thinker. So we don't want to complain, and we also want to override the amygdala by doing the direct opposite of what the amygdala is saying. Don't do it, don't do it. We want to go through with it, because when we do that, we build a new neural pathway. We do. And that gives us access to higher levels of creativity, of new action steps, intuition, inspiration, resources, opportunities, and intelligence. Because yes, we can develop higher intelligence and new intelligence simply by going out and pushing ourselves past the amygdala's fear factor. I love that. And then phase 3 of this whole thing is repetition, because repetition is the mother of getting a habit down. And if we're going to be constructing new beliefs, we're going to need some new stuff to go around it. So we need to reinforce our empowering beliefs through daily practice. This is why we meditate. This is why we write things down. This is why we do the things that we do. Scientifically speaking, do you know what they call this? Super rituals. We just call them morning rituals and evening rituals because we're trying to glue down those action steps that support the goals that we want. This is why we do intentional affirmations out of our goals, and it moves the needle. But there is an actual thing scientifically based called the super ritual. Have you ever heard of such a thing? Isn't that so cool? And then the other thing is we need to connect and build accountability and partnership with others and a community, because that builds up momentum and strength. And there is strength in numbers. And what's today anyway, y'all? Today is day 1 of the ultimate sprint. And don't you think that we're going to move the needle in such a big way because of the strength of these numbers? When we have other people around us immersed in the same work that we're doing, there is a tangible, palpable strength that you could feel. I mean, whoever participated in March's Hot Melt Sprint knows we had amazing success, and we did it together. And here we are starting another one, right? By the way, it is not too late to get started with the Ultimate Sprint. If you don't have it now, you can get it immediately by going to savingdinner.com/us, US. That's where the Ultimate Sprint's located. Go get it and get on the bandwagon. So remember this. If you find yourself in this place where you're just feeling a little wobbly, get support, get coaching, get in there, ask for help. That's what the Hot Melt Sprint group is all about. Because when you're putting together your daily super rituals like we just talked about, meditations, visualizations, all the practices that say, I support these new attainable beliefs that I want, your mind is going to start changing. And the direction that you go is going to start changing. Because the next thing that happens is phase 4, that's immersion. And you know what happens in immersion? You become the thing that you've been working on. You become it. It's no longer a struggle. It's no longer a hard thing to do. It's just a part of who you are. And that is the magic behind creating and attaining new beliefs that support the very goals that you want. And I don't know about you, but that just gives me goosebumps. Let's watch our thoughts, watch our beliefs, watch and make sure everything is super supportive. You deserve that. Now, what else can I tell you about? Don't forget about everything is on the announcements page. Go to savingdinner.com/announcements. And if you're not already doing the ultimate sprint, why not? Get on it. You can do that right now. Go to savingdinner.com/us because it's all about us. You right? Okay. Tomorrow, Transformational Tip Tuesday. I'm looking forward to being with you. Peace be with you. Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining me today. You can find me on TikTok for daily tips to help support your most vibrant life. And remember, you are the author of your own story. Until next time.